Let's talk about why we cry. When I was a little boy, probably most of us as kids, we had a book and we would look at this book of emotions and we would see a kid smiling and we would say happy. And we would see a kid with flames shooting out of their ear and we would say angry. And we would see a kid with tears and we would say sad. And as boys, we were taught that if you cry, you're weak. And what do most humans say when they cry in front of somebody else? I'm sorry. We apologize for crying. Crying is a natural human function. When I grew up to be a man, whenever somebody would cry around me, I would say, "You're going to have to stop crying because I can't understand you." And then they would say, I'm sorry. And they would stop crying. I was having a conversation with a female friend of mine. She's a real estate agent. And she said, "Don't you ever tell anybody this." But after I just finished up with a big negotiation, when I hang up the phone, I always burst into tears. And I was like, "That's so interesting. Are you sad?" And she said, "No, I'm frustrated. I'm worked up. I just have a lot of energy and crying helps me get it out." So I wanted to understand this better because I'd always associated crying with being sad. And so I looked it up. And it turns out that we have this stress hormone in our body called cortisol. You've all heard of it before. There are only three ways to get cortisol out of your body. One is that you sweat, you go to the gym and it comes out in your sweat. That's one way to reduce your cortisol levels. Two is to finish your digestive system. As we all know, the last act of finishing the digestive system is to go to the bathroom. And three is to cry, which is why we always feel so much better after we do one of those three things: sweat it out, go to the bathroom, or cry. So, crying is just a biological function to reduce the cortisol levels in our body. Our body does it because we're like, this does not feel good right now. We need to get this out. And if there's not a gym nearby, or if you don't need to use a toilet at that moment, crying is the easiest way to do that. Next time you see somebody cry and they say, "I'm sorry," maybe take a moment and just look them in the eye and say, "Hey, don't worry about it. That's a biological function. You're just getting rid of some stress. It's all good. I cry too. Follow me and start the shift."